Game day, and starting us off for the Pleasant Grove Night Takeover, we have the varsity volleyball team over at Pleasant Grove, and I have four of my seniors here and the rest of the ladies behind us, and I'm going to have my seniors sitting here with me introduce themselves to y'all.
My name's Lauren Stewart. I'm a middle blocker.
My name's Riley Williams, and I play libero.
My name's Whitney Thornton, and I'm the setter.
My name is Madison Carpenter, and I play outside and DS.
Awesome. So we have the full varsity team here, and I just have to start off by saying that these girls have already had me smiling cheek to cheek since they've walked in. They're hilarious. I can already tell that the culture and dynamic that this team has is very family-oriented because they're already making me laugh and feel like part of the team. So I can already tell, but each of my seniors, I kind of want y'all to tell me about how y'all's dynamic is this season and with this team.
I would say that we definitely have a lot of fun, and it just makes it a lot easier to practice and just do good on the court when we're having fun and we can trust each other, and just having fun is what we love to do.
I can tell.
We always have a lot of energy, no matter what. Like, coming out of the game last night, like, it was our first home game this season, and, like, the energy was so high, it was, like, unbelievable.
And we always feel so connected when we play, and it's always so fun because it's almost like we can read each other's minds when we play. So
I love that. Lauren, you want to add anything to that?
I also think the high energy has a lot to do with our student section as well because they really showed out last night, and having a fun atmosphere to play in, it just makes it 10 times better.
I completely agree, and I saw some clips last night of the student section, and I will say that they were definitely bringing the energy. So let's talk about last night's game. Y'all played Atlanta. You beat them in 3 sets.
Yes.
Who was the highest scorer on the team? Who had the most kills? Do we know?
I think it was me.
Probably Madison.
I think
yeah.
it was me.
Yeah,
I
probably
think
Madison.
I think it was 9.
Okay, so do you ever have like a goal amount of kills that you want to get per game, or?
Well, I don't really think about it. I just try to place the ball wherever it's open. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I got a lot of kills that game.
Love that. So I know with Atlanta being pretty much right down the road, it is still kind of that hometown rivalry feel. How do y'all prepare going into Atlanta? Or what are some things that y'all were practicing that y'all really wanted to make sure that y'all brought last night?
Definitely a lot of energy because they're a really scrappy team. Like, no matter what, like, you didn't know if they won or lost a point. Like, it's always something is coming out of their mouths, like, positive about, like, each chant or whatever. We had to have energy to keep
In practice, we worked on blocks a lot because we knew that they would have a big block. They didn't have one of their middles last night, which kind of hurt them, but we knew that there was going to be a big block, so we tried to work on defense, covering, all that.
Definitely our serve receive, too.
Yes.
We work on that like there's no tomorrow. Like, we will do it for 30 minutes until it's perfect.
I remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that just gave me like flashbacks to lining up, heading upstairs to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And
We have a blast when we do it, though.
it is fun, especially when the music gets to be played in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Love
We
that.
have a fire playlist for
Yep.
sure.
That's so fun. So speaking of games, and y'all just played Atlanta last night, what is one team that y'all are always kind of is the big game of the season that you're just like, okay, this game, obviously you want to win all of them, have faith. But what is that one game that you're just like, okay, this is the game of the year. If we don't do anything else, that we are going to win this game?
So in district, it'll probably be when we play North Lamar.
Yeah,
They're like
that's
our
what I was
biggest
gonna say.
rival, especially for like us seniors because they're 2 main girls we've like played against our whole life. So it's just kind of like we need to get out there and we need to win because they are our biggest competition in our district.
Yeah, ever since middle school, we've been like neck and neck with them every game, and it's always so fun to play against them because we have some real competition in the district.
Yeah. Awesome. So you just mentioned middle school, and I know at Pleasant Grove, a lot of the times you do start very young playing volleyball and getting involved in volleyball. And I don't know if it's still the same, but Coach Colvins was the middle school, or is the middle school volleyball coach as well?
She's
Not
not
anymore.
anymore.
Not
It's
anymore.
Coach Clark and like Coach Welch, I think.
Yeah. Coach Laney.
Coach,
She's still there?
No.
Oh. Whoops.
Well, these ladies, they do start at a very young age, and part of why I was asking that is because I know back in the day, whenever I played, a lot of girls played club. as well as school volleyball. So not only is it a during the school year type thing, but these ladies, a lot of them may be playing all year round. They'll have practices, morning practices for school or after school, and then some of you, and feel free to let me know which ones of y'all, even the ones behind me, if you play club.
I think actually our whole team plays club.
Yes.
Or
No
has
way.
at one
Not
point.
me. I don't play club anymore.
But she
But
used
you
to.
did.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I did, yeah.
That's
But everyone
actually-
else on the team plays club.
That's actually very impressive for your whole team. I think that
Yeah.
says a lot about your passion about the sport and how hard y'all work. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. So kind of a lighthearted question. Who would y'all say, and they can be different people, y'all feel free to each give your own sense in here. Who do you think is like the team hype woman who is always bringing just the atmosphere up, keeping everyone laughing, always being like enthusiastic? Who do y'all think that is?
I feel like we all do a really good job
Yeah.
at keeping each other up and positive
Yeah.
and keeping the energy up. Jules and Ellis are really good about it too, just on the court. Like, Jules gets, like, if we win or lose the point, you couldn't tell with her. And Jules and Ellis together in practice keep everyone laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Love that. Anyone else?
I feel like everyone is just so like excited to be on the court all the time, and we don't really struggle with bad attitudes on the court, and it's just fun all the time. So.
Yeah.
Good. I like how you said y'all don't struggle with bad attitudes. I don't know. I just keep saying I didn't really, I guess, know what to expect coming into like the interview with this team, and I can tell, like I can't see any of y'all like being mean because they just came in here singing. Y'all should have. I wish that the camera would have started rolling as they were singing. It felt like a Pitch Perfect movie before we
We
started.
love to do Pitch
Yes.
Perfect. Like
Yeah.
we will do riff-offs in the band all the time.
I could tell
in a
because they
restaurant,
were
wherever.
they were
Yes.
singing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, do y'all have any kind of game rituals that y'all do as a team or that you do personally?
We go to the locker room before every game, and we have about like 4 songs that we listen to religiously before each game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what they are because they might be a little not appropriate, but pretty much just all of us going to the locker room, getting our hair done together, and like just listen to our songs, just really get us going and get us hyped before each game.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Like-
very important to be hyped.
We're
Yes.
literally in there for like an hour and a half before the
Literally.
game, and so it's just like we not really talk through the game, but like we just like get our energy like pumped through it so much, and it's just like
Yeah.
Okay, personally, do each of you have any of your own like pre-ritual kind of like snack or meal before a game that you have to eat or do?
I either always braid my hair in some way, like braid my ponytail, or like do 2 braids. I never go off of that hairstyle. It's always only those 2.
It always has to be
Yes.
2 braided ponytails or 1 braided ponytail.
Yep.
That's a ritual, I would say.
I always put my left knee pad on before my right one. It's
Oh my
kind
gosh,
of weird,
same.
but like it's just like what I do. I don't know.
Hey, that counts too.
I don't really have like a ritual. Reese braids my hair before every game.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's bad juju if Reese doesn't braid my hair.
Yeah, Reese
So-
has to braid my hair.
Well, I feel like it's bad if I don't play music. Like I'm the team DJ.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay, team
Definitely.
DJ
I have
right
to get
here.
it going or it's bad.
Riley is the team DJ. Ellis and Jules are the team hype women.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, who's the team clown?
Madison.
Madison
yeah, I hate to say it, but it's
They told me earlier, they said, we call our carpet, you can call our carpet if you want to. And I was like, I don't think I could say that without laughing on this interview, but I have to know why. Why is that your nickname?
Well, it was started by Rose Anderson because I guess like carpenter, she just started at carpent and she went carpet. So I was like, and then kind of caught on. So then everyone was like, hey, carpet. And I was like, oh, hey, I guess that's me.
It just
So,
stuck.
It's me now.
Carpet just stuck.
It's either
Carpet,
carpet or
carp.
carp.
Carpet, carp.
It's really carpet
Yeah.
if she does something that we're just like
We're like
Carp.
carpet.
carpet.
Carp.
Like, come on.
Riley gives
happens
me
a
like a
lot.
dad look.
Dad.
Carpet.
And
Yeah,
then
her
you
chest
know
sometimes.
when she gives you that look.
Sorry.
That's awesome. Have y'all played any kind of like jokes on Coach Colvin's or Coach Colum this season yet?
She
trying
did
to
fall
think.
asleep and we took a picture of her.
Oh yeah.
but
We have,
Oh,
that's the
no.
main
Yeah,
one.
that's the background of our,
yeah, we
our
have
group
a
chat.
group chat, Snapchat,
Yeah.
and I took a picture of her sleeping in point 5, and I put it as a background.
That is
But-
amazing. That's amazing.
I don't think she knows about that. Though.
Probably not.
Now she
After
does.
ourselves.
Now she does.
That's all right.
I want y'all to kind of tell us about what y'all are expecting this season to kind of go like, what goals y'all have as a team personally. Kind of just walk us through what we're going to see from Pleasant Grove varsity volleyball this season.
I mean, we obviously, we hope to go farther than we did last year. We made it to round 3 last year. This team has a lot of intensity, and I think that we can do that. And, we all strive to go far.
And this team, you're going to see a lot of us learning from our mistakes. That's how we play. And if we lose, then we are going to immediately go into practice and work on it until we get it right.
Yeah,
We're very intense and disciplined with everything we do. So
Yeah, we like to have everything in perfection. And I think a lot of that comes from our coaches because, like I said, we'll do a drill for about 20 minutes until it's absolutely perfect.
Yes.
And they'll even run us if we have, if they think we're not doing it good enough, and then we come back and try again.
Yep.
Right. Awesome.
And we always flashback on each practice. Yesterday wasn't a great practice because whatever. Today we're gonna do better on this, or what did we do last game that we can work on now, so that we can get better at it and do next game. And we take each game step by step, so then we can pick out each little part and then not have anything else to pick out.
Awesome. Well, I think that y'all have a very exciting and promising season coming up. Also, y'all are all such great speakers. Let me just commend you on that as well.
Thanks.
And I have one last question for y'all. Long sleeve jerseys or short sleeve?
Short sleeve.
Short sleeve.
Short sleeve.
We got new short sleeve ones and we love them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the same ones of these in white, and I think that's all of our favorites
Oh my gosh,
right
the
now.
white one looks so good.
I used to be long sleeve, but I'm
You
Me
sure
too.
transition,
Especially since I be diving all over the floor.
Yeah,
For
it
real.
doesn't
But,
feel very good, but they look good.
You don't really think about
and
it.
these are so light,
Yes.
it just feels good.
More breathable.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, ladies, Lauren, Riley, Whitney, and Madison, and the rest of the girls behind me with varsity Pleasant Grove volleyball, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I know y'all have a promising season ahead of y'all. We are all rooting you on here in Texarkana and your Pleasant Grove family and friends, and we are so proud of y'all and can't wait to see what all y'all accomplish this season. So
Thank
thank
you.
you for being here.
Thank you.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
We are back for our Pleasant Grove night, and right now we have our varsity senior cheerleaders with us. And look how gorgeous these girls look. I mean, we have Coach Shara, too, with us, and we're going to learn the whole scoop about what is going on with Pleasant Grove varsity cheer and our JV cheerleaders this year. So, Shara, kind of start us off with just how hard y'all worked this summer. I know y'all have summer practices. A lot of people may not know that y'all start earlier than school. Tell us what those kind of consist of.
Well, we started with camp, and we did that as soon as school was out last year, and got that down, learned all of our pep rally routines. This was our second year not to go off to camp. We've done a home camp, and I like it because it does get us ahead of the game. And then we start the 2 weeks before Watermelon Supper, and we have about 6 practices to be ready for Watermelon.
So tell me, do you like home camps better, or do you like away camps better?
I like home camps. The girls might have a different opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I think the
home
first
way
year
better.
they didn't realize how much more they learned, and so I think they thought, oh, this is going to be easy. It's not going to be as tough as being away, but I think once we were done, they were like, this was way harder.
Oh, I think so too, because you have more one-on-one focus
sure.
time.
For
you
sure.
don't have all the kind of little filler things that they try to do with
Yes.
everyone at a camp. Seniors, I have Haley, Maggie, and Taylor here with us, and the rest of the seniors are behind us as well. But I want y'all to kind of tell us what the dynamic is this year with varsity. Are y'all family-oriented? All get along pretty well?
We definitely all get along pretty well. There hasn't been like any drama so far. Like we're a team. We love each other.
Yeah.
We have the same juniors this year because they were sophomores, and the new sophomores this year were we knew them last year especially because most of them were on our NCAA team from last year, and so doing all that together last year helped us just grow like strong bonds.
Awesome.
Yes, we're definitely like family. More like, other teams aren't that close, but we definitely are.
Love that. Love that. So before school started, or maybe y'all have one planned, and if you do, you don't have to give it away, but did y'all play any jokes on the JV squad or the freshmen?
We did. We did. We did their makeup blindfolded.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
then we took them on a scavenger hunt to Target, which they did get kicked out of, so we had to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
And then their prize was a makeup block.
Love that. Love that. Did you have any that complained about it, or were they all pretty thought it was funny too?
Honestly, they took it like champs.
Yes,
we
very
really did not do a good job at all on their makeup, and they just went to Target and Walmart and just wore it like it was regular makeup.
Yeah.
They did really good.
Love that. I think it was my freshman year whenever I was a cheerleader, our seniors, because we went to away camps, and they usually do like a fun wear day at camps, and our seniors dressed us up as babies. So we had diapers on, these oversized diapers. They put our hair in pigtails. They gave us pacifiers and bottles to carry around all day at camp. And I think they thought we were going to be upset about it, but we absolutely loved it. We thought it was so fun. We just looked like a bunch of grown-up babies walking around cheer camp, but it was a lot of fun. Tell us about Watermelon Supper and how y'all kind of prepare for such a big performance. Sherry, you can start us off here. And what y'all's kind of goal was that you wanted to bring out and show Pleasant Grove fans that night? Because Watermelon Supper is a big deal. I mean, that is your first show off of the season, and you really have to bring the energy and the skill level. And I think that y'all absolutely killed it. It was clean, sharp, skill was on point. So kind of tell us about your idea behind it.
Well, like you said, it is the very first thing everybody sees, and so you want to leave a good impression, and we want to showcase our talent. And I have got an extremely talented group this year, not just varsity, but JV also. And so, the girls, because we only have those 6 days, they've got to learn all the band dances and chants and review all that stuff by video, have it all ready for summer, so that way we don't have to spend a lot of time doing that for the games when they're ready, but we can just focus on the Watermelon Supper. I think this year, if comparing to last year, I think this year we're a lot stronger in our stunning. And I think that has to do with because we did compete in the performance level at NCAA this year, and that's the first time that we've done that in a long, long time. We've always just done UIL. So I think that has helped. And they always can pull it out when they're
Right.
like always. Last year we had a little stunt bobble, and that haunts them. But that was their deal. It's like we do not want to miss our stunts, and I was like, well, let's go then.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
did.
Stunts were amazing. That was one thing that I commented on. I was like, oh yeah, they mic dropped that performance. Okay, what about you ladies? Tell us about Watermelon Supper and preparation and all of that fun. Because, I mean, it is fun. The performance is fun, but the work up to it is brutal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go. Watermelon supper practice is always right before school starts, so that's kind of just when our school starts, to be honest. And we didn't have one our freshman year because that was COVID. We didn't have a watermelon supper, and so seeing the freshmen experience it every year since then has been fun because they have to learn everything.
Right.
Our band dances, the fight song, the school song. There's so much you have to go into it, and also our routine that we have to learn. So we like to take those practices as serious as possible because we want to look good on watermelon.
Right.
Definitely. I would say the practices are long and hard, but definitely when it comes down to the performance, we bring it all the way.
Yes,
Love
watermelon was so fun, and all the freshmen, none of them looked like they were going to poop their pants or anything. They were all excited, and we all enjoyed it. I will say the worst thing was running when they didn't know the dances, but other than that, it was awesome.
Awesome. I love this story, and it just rang a bell inside my head. Did y'all have any, maybe, it doesn't have to be a freshman, anything that during summer practices or those first few practices of school, any like embarrassing moments that happen with the freshmen or stories, funny stories?
I'm trying to think.
I know.
I can't think of one.
I can't either. I don't think anything really embarrassing happened.
No, they've had Shara in middle school because
Yeah.
she coaches the middle school, so
Yeah.
they're a lot
They're
more
used to
accustomed
it.
to her.
True.
Yeah.
So I guess if they did something, they wouldn't really be embarrassed about it, kind of thing. My freshman year, do you remember when Taylor? They used to at Watermelon Supper have us all line up, and they introduced us, and we waved our hand or whatever. Taylor, you probably know Taylor Jennings.
Yeah.
Was doing a back handspring because they said your name and you did a skill. She does a back handspring and slips in the middle of Watermelon Supper and just lands on her face. And it's only funny because if you know Taylor,
Yeah.
you know that she's the most like ditzy, clumsy person in the world. And it was kind of sad because she did cry, and like the whole stands, all the football players went ooh. But she recovered from it well. She was even like the captain that year, freshman of JV, but it was just like a running thing all throughout school. Every year at Watermelon Supper, she was like, I can't slip. So Watermelon Supper is a lot of pressure. And like I said before, y'all absolutely killed it. And I was very proud as an alumni to see y'all do that. And it was amazing. Now let's kind of roll into football season because not only do y'all cheer for football, but y'all do cheer for basketball and volleyball as well. And so it's a year-round thing, cheers, and I think a lot of people forget that. But since football season is coming up, tell me, ladies, what game are you most excited for this season?
Definitely Gilmer.
Oh, yeah.
And if we get to play Carthage, I'd
That
be
would
really
be fun.
excited to see that.
Oh, that would be a good game.
One game I know we're playing at the Prosper Stadium, and that sounds really fun to me because I've always heard how big their stadium is, so that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I'm definitely just ready for all the playoff games. Like, just keep us on our toes just
Yes.
to see.
That's so fun. It'll be a good season for sure. I want y'all to tell me, Shara, seniors, y'all each give me something that you want not only like Pleasant Grove fans and family and friends to know, but just the Texarkana community. What do you want them to know about Pleasant Grove cheer?
Okay, I'll go first. I would say these girls are amazing off the field and on the field. We've already had Lauren that does multiple sports, and we've got several on the team, and I think we're the only program that is allowing for girls to do other things.
Right.
I have one that's on color guard, and so this is the first year last year. Well, last year was the first year, but for her to be in a varsity uniform and then go out at halftime and do that, it's really kind of special that the kids are able to do that. They're hardworking. They love each other. They love their school and their spirit, and they're very competitive, and they want to win. And
Awesome.
I don't know if I kind of pushed that on them, but they kind of molded them to
Hey,
that.
nothing wrong with
That's
it.
right.
Nothing wrong with it, ladies.
We just love our community, and we just love their support, and we just want to cheer them on all the time. I would definitely agree.
Yeah, just, I mean, I know it can get repetitive cheering at Friday night games, but we love it. We really just truly love to cheer every Friday.
Awesome. Well, speaking of Friday night games, I know a lot of what y'all do is you lead the crowd, but your energy and the boys' energy when they're on the field has a lot to do with if the crowd is reciprocating what y'all are trying to get them to do, being loud, chanting back with y'all. What is something y'all want to say to the Pleasant Grove Hawk fans that are going to be in the stands this year and how to keep up that energy with y'all?
I'd say definitely stand up and get loud. Don't sit down and just mouth the words. It's so much more fun and exhilarating when everyone's up and cheering.
Yeah, some of my favorite games are when there's just a huge crowd and they're involving themselves in the cheers that we do.
I want to say probably just keep attending those games, keep cheering the football players on, and, always have that support.
Awesome. Shara, any last words from you?
Not really. No, I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for this season to start. The games are great, and then, of course, we go straight into competition, and that's more fun. And these girls have bronze, silver, and going for gold this year.
Going for gold. I was just about to say we'll have to come back and kind of talk to y'all and get the inside scoop whenever y'all start preparing for UIL competition season, because that is a serious thing in Pleasant Grove cheer world, because, I mean, we've been at the top, we've been in the middle, and every year they're working towards that goal, and we've had some pretty amazing teams go and be so close. And so this year we will definitely have to check back around for that during competition season. But thank you, ladies. Thank you, Coach Shara, for being here. Y'all are going to have a wonderful season, and I can't wait to see you on the sidelines.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have last but not least tonight our varsity. Well, y'all have varsity, right? Or is it
It's
just
all
showstopper?
varsity.
Yeah, they're
It's
all
just the showstoppers.
it's
We're
all-
freshmen
yes,
through
yes.
seniors.
Freshmen through seniors are Pleasant Grove showstoppers, the girls that you see on the sidelines, sparkling and shimmering. And I just have to say right now, Watermelon Supper, amazing.
Thank you.
Like, I was like jawed to the ground. And we even had 2 shoes fall off. Jace, I think your shoe
Yes,
fell
ma'am.
off. One more person's shoe fell off, I believe, maybe.
Yes.
A jazz shoe. But
I know who it was, but we shouldn't call her out on it.
I only noticed because I used to dance back in the day, but it's the fact that these ladies, their shoe came off and they still, I mean, you wouldn't even be able to tell. The normal person would not be able to tell the fans their shoe fell off because it came off, they kept going and still killed it. Y'all are so clean and sharp and put together, and Coach Christie, I think that obviously has a lot to do with you as their coach. But, I mean, congratulations, because that was an amazing performance.
Thank you.
So I think that means obviously y'all have been working hard during the summer for that performance.
Yes.
Kind of tell us a little bit, and all of y'all can go, about how y'all kind of prep for Watermelon Supper and summertime and what y'all do to get ready for the school year.
Okay, so we have a prep camp before our line camp, before a person comes in to teach all of our dances for the season. So our pre-camp, we just teach all like the freshmen and stuff, like all the new stand routines, run out, victory lines. It's all like what we do before we perform on halftime. But during pre-camp, we learned 3 kick dances, our traditional one for homecoming, which is Bonanza, and then we have a new traditional one called Lone Star for senior night.
Oh, I'm excited to see that one.
And then we have, what's the other one?
It's going to be the new Mag 7.
Yes, the new Mag 7.
Since it's the 40th anniversary, we're trying to recreate some dances
Oh,
and give them a
that's
little
so
more
fun.
flavor
That's
and
so
step them up
fun.
a little bit to our current level.
And then us as an officer group, we came up with one dance to teach the girls, and they absolutely loved it. And I think we're performing for not the next home game, but the next. It's during our Shine with the Showstopper, actually. So
Awesome. Okay, Miss Brianna, you kind of tell us about how y'all prepared for this summer, and I know Jace, you touched a little bit about how you teach them all the dances and stuff like that. But what about any team bonding kind of activities y'all do during the summer?
Yes, so our social officers, we have set roles for each one of them, and one main one that has really been helping the team is chapel, right?
Yeah,
Is
we're
that what
calling
it's
it
called?
our shine time.
Our shine time. So after practice, all the girls will get down in a circle, and we'll basically just talk about a positive thing and team bonding skills that we want to work on. And today we actually went around the circle about like one positive thing that we liked about today or somebody.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yes. That is good. I love that. What about you, Miss Nora?
Our social officers are so good. They've been planning so many events. So I know they're setting stuff up for the whole year. I think our goal for this year is really just to be connected as a team as well as winning, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
But we really just want to grow stronger as a team together.
Love that. Love that. So tell me kind of how y'all, and Miss Christie, you can kind of touch on this too. How do y'all choose what dances y'all do for pep rally or for halftimes? Do you have a set order of how everything's going to go throughout the season, or draw out of a hat kind of thing?
No, I usually set it. The less strenuous dances are obviously during the hotter time of the season. So we're starting the year off with a field jazz. Then we go into a field palm, and then our 3 kick routines are literally the last 6 games of the season. On drill team, we repeat the routine at an away game, then a home game, so we use it twice throughout the season. And then sometimes we revisit them during the playoffs, and sometimes we come up with new things. I think last year, since the playoffs kind of went into December, we came up with a new Christmas dance. So we change it up if we get tired of doing a certain routine. We'll step it up, try to spice it up a little bit. But I pretty much set them from either choreography I preview before we determine our camp routines, or we decide on some songs that we know that the band can play. And I met with Jay Sutton really early so that we could decide, which songs would the band be interested in playing, so that we could kind of create material around those songs.
Awesome. I just had a question in my head, and yes, I remember. So whenever I was in high school, the Showstoppers had to try out for each dance. Is that still a thing?
Same thing. Yes, every dance, pep rally and field routines.
We just had a tryout yesterday too, so.
Okay, I want to know then tell me about that kind of process, and specifically you ladies right here that are sitting with me. How do y'all prepare for, I guess, a dance tryout for the performances?
Okay, so they learn the dances during pre-camp and line camp, and they're supposed to, we have videos of the dances, and so they should retouch on it. So we'll say like maybe a week in advance, like we'll be like, okay, we're trying out for this dance, and they'll be watching their video, and then we'll go over it during like the class, and then like the day of it coming, we have the tryout.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're working on about 5 routines every week. We try to stay 3 ahead of whatever we're currently performing. So
that's a lot.
Next week's pep rally dance we just tried out for yesterday. So that one will only be performed at the home game for a home pep rally. So then the next week we have already preset the Bruno Mars dance so that we can have it ready for the field. So we're always working 5 steps ahead of the game so that we'll look good on the field.
Gotta stay ahead. Tell me about y'all's kind of team dynamic and culture that y'all have this season. Obviously, the team dynamic is going to be different every year because you have new freshmen coming in, but touch on how this season is going to be.
I think it's a great dynamic. I mean, I can speak because I've been the director now for 4 years, so that I think we've really built a camaraderie. We all know how we work most effectively and efficiently. They all know my personality. They know when I come in, they used to laugh because Kaylin Skates pegged it. She's like, when Miss Christie comes in with a high bun and her hair slicked back, you better watch out.
You know,
I'm in the mood. But when I come in with my hair down and styled, it's a chill day for me. So
that's hilarious.
So the girls have me pegged now. We kind of all know what our idiosyncrasies are and how to manage each other and what to say to get the other person out of a tough spot if we need to. So it's been really interesting to see how it's progressed throughout the 4 years. And now we really our new members coming in, we've had about 5 each year. So the dynamics of the team hasn't changed a whole lot because my current seniors, I have 12.
Oh,
so
wow.
next year will be the biggest shift for us, and that I'll be losing a huge bulk of who's been consistently in the room with me. So tear.
That's awesome though too, because I feel like with 12 seniors, I mean, you have nothing but leadership on your team. You have nothing but young women that have been there and know what being a showstopper is about and can really take them under their wing. So that's amazing. I mean, 12 seniors is a lot, but I feel like it is a really good thing to have a lot of. What about you ladies? Kind of tell us about this team dynamic this year and what you're excited or what you see in this team that maybe you didn't see last year that you're excited about.
Well, this past year we won nationals. We're the medium team at nationals for 2023, and we have a new little quote that we go by. It's hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Oh, I love that.
So we may
That's
not be the
amazing.
most talented team on the floor because we're competing against 5 and 6A schools from Dallas that are also in our medium team category. But if we just persevere and work really hard, we can outshine that talent just based on perfectionism and good, clean technique is what we're going for.
You did last year, correct?
Yes, we won every division we entered.
I remember seeing that on Facebook, and I was like, proud alumni moment. But I have no doubt y'all can do that again.
Yes, we're hoping to. Hoping this is another comeback, defend the title.
Awesome. So tell me, in either one, all of y'all can answer this, one or two of you can, whichever one. I want y'all to tell the people that are watching today, our Hawk fans, even the Texarkana community that may not be Hawks, tell them something about the Pleasant Grove Showstoppers that you think they may not know that you really would like to preface to them. Sorry, that's a tough one I gave you there.
I feel like we're just more than just people during halftime. Like, we do so much. We are an all-year sport. We dance on the field, obviously. At pep rallies, we do competition, which takes up a bunch of our time. We have a fantastic spring show, and then we work over the summer. So we never stop working. We're not just a halftime performance.
Yes. Do y'all have a date for a spring show?
Yes. It is the 3rd Friday and Saturday in April. I think it's like the 21st.
Yes.
The
I knew it because
20th,
it was on my
21st.
birthday week, so I was like,
yeah.
It changed by a week this year because Easter fell a little bit earlier, so everything in the whole district bumped up by 1 week. We've traditionally been the very last weekend in April since since I've been coming to spring shows for the Showstoppers. So we bumped up by 1 week. So now we're week 3. So people need to go ahead and put that on their
Yes,
calendar.
put it on your calendar. If you've never
gonna be
been
great.
to a Pleasant Grove Showstopper Spring Show, let me just tell you that is a amazing thing to attend. I remember it probably being one of my favorite events and one of my favorite times to watch y'all because, I mean, it was a celebration of them, but also they brought their best stuff to the stage, and it was always wonderful to see. But I'm sorry I did interrupt you two before y'all got to answer the question. Same thing how Nora answered. What's something you maybe want to preface to Texarkana community and Hawk Nation?
Ooh, I mean, Nora pretty much said it all. I just really think people should take in mind that we do a lot more stuff other than football and halftime and pep rallies. And yeah, I don't know. That was really good. You kind of answered
did.
it all.
Yes,
so
you did.
That was good,
I'm
Nora.
trying to think of something.
Well, I can add something
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
because I know you from the dance community and the dance world. And one thing we do, and we do really well, is we represent at Nutcracker auditions. So Texarkana Community Ballet was hit hard by the Showstoppers
And
this
they
weekend.
just had that too.
It's Saturday.
right?
Yes, they all
Okay.
auditioned. So we have the current Clara.
No way.
Yes.
Okay, Texarkana, you heard it here first. Nutcracker Clara over
Is
here.
Nora
Miss Nora.
Jordan. Yes.
She's a Pleasant Grove Showstopper. Like that's really big news. Congratulations on
Yeah.
that.
Thank
Okay, what
you.
other roles do we have?
Okay, Jace.
I'm a snow princess
Oh,
this
I
year.
love that. That's amazing.
And Zoe,
Zoe
a line
is
member.
Sugar Plum
And Zoe
Fairy.
Potter is our Sugar Plum Fairy.
Yes, and Charlie McNeil, she's a freshman. She's Dewdrop. So, and we have Mother Ginger too. So we just hit all the bases.
Yeah, y'all really did. That's, I mean, if
And
you
then
don't know, that's pretty, that's impressive, Texarkana. Like, I'm jaw to the floor. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. That's amazing. So,
So we have talented dancers that are
Yes.
well-rounded in different genres as well as their drill team lives.
because, I mean, obviously, Hog Nation doesn't get to see y'all do ballet.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's what
but they should.
They
They
should
should buy
because
tickets.
obviously, Nutcracker, it's going to be full of Pleasant Grove Hawks.
Yes.
So,
if we're in the playoff game, we just have to do the playoff game on Friday and then come support all of our Showstoppers in
Exactly.
in the Perot on Saturday.
Awesome, awesome. So, you know, obviously football season is about to be in full swing.
Yes.
Tell me what y'all are most excited for this season.
I'm really excited to perform for our first dance as a team because no one has seen our dances as a team besides Watermelon Supper, and they get to see us in a new scenery, and it's actually on the field. So I'm really excited for that part.
Awesome.
I'm just excited to show people older alumni that might be coming in to see the 40th anniversary and stuff, to see all the more advanced stuff that we've been working on and trying to show. I'm really excited to see a bunch of old faces too during homecoming and the celebration.
Now, you can't call us old, Brianna. You have to say former.
Alumni.
Antiquated.
I love that. And then Nora, what about you?
Personally, I'm really excited for our country palm dance that we're performing at the first pep rally because everyone loved it so much last year, and we vamped it up, and it's just such a fun dance to perform and to watch. So I'm hoping everyone likes it.
Awesome. Well, before we close out with y'all, I know y'all have a very big event coming up that I wanted Miss Christy to touch on. Y'all have an alumni event that's happening for 40th anniversary. So tell us about that because I think that we got to get that out there.
Yes. Now, we've had some anniversaries in the past where you show up and you attend a pep rally and you have cookies and punch. But this event is like that ramped up times 100. It is a gourmet dinner provided by
awesome.
Mary Beth Womack.
Oh, that'll be good. I'm
Covering
already
all
sold.
the food, already sold. It's going to be wonderful food, wonderful fellowship. They get to perform on the field if they choose. They can perform on the field. We set all of that choreography today and videoed that, so we'll be sending that out to everyone who's registered. So hopefully we'll have, hundreds of former Showstoppers on the field, and they'll dance simultaneously with the current team. So it's going to be a really neat production. So I'm very excited about it.
And if they want to register, where do they go?
They can look on our Showstopper Facebook page, and all of the links to register are on there. It's $40, and it provides the shirt, the souvenirs, the meal. Everything is covered. They can also register their spouses mothers, whoever came to support them when they were in high school,
yeah,
if they want to
bring a
come as
friend.
well, they can bring a friend, and then they can get out on the field with us or just hang with us in the stands and walk out at the end and give a little bow if they don't want to participate in the
Awesome.
entire event. But it's a cute dance, and the girls helped me set it today so we could get it all videoed. And
so
so
fun.
it should be a really fun event. So
I love
sign up with all of your
Yes.
friends and tag it and share it a million times on Facebook.
Awesome.
So
That's
it'll blow up.
exciting. Well, ladies, Coach Christie, thank y'all so much for being here. I am so excited. I know the rest of the Texarkana community and Hawk Nation is excited to see y'all shine on the sidelines and on the field this season. I know y'all are going to do great. I can't wait to see how y'all rock it at competition again. And maybe during competition season, I'll have to come and get the behind the scenes,
Yes.
how hard y'all work and all that good
Yes.
stuff. But thank y'all for being here, and it's going to be a great season.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
having us.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
And we are back here at Walk-Ons Texarkana Game Day with the Pleasant Grove Takeover. Got some football players here. To kick us off, kind of introduce yourself, guys. Tell us how you're feeling tonight.
Akari Johnson, quarterback for the Hawks. I'm feeling really good about Friday. I'm really excited.
Absolutely.
Lance Jackson, tight end, defensive end. I'm feeling pretty good, ready to start the season off.
Torian Phillips, receiver and corner for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Been waiting for this moment for a long time. I'm ready.
Well, Torian, you get to get the first question from me since you're nearest me.
Yes, sir.
What are you looking forward to most out of this first game?
I'm really looking forward to playing with the seniors last go round senior year.
What about you, Lance?
Same thing. I'm just ready to get on the field with them. We've always had a pretty young team, so now that we're all older, I feel like everything's just going to go smoother. So I'm just ready to get on the field, get it done.
Now, Kari, QB1, you got a little more pressure on you than some of the other positions out there. How have you prepared yourself to be able to lead this team for your senior year?
Just confidence, I'll say. I feel like I've grown a lot on the field, and, the game just slowed down to me. So I feel like I got control of everything.
Guys, you all play on both sides of the ball, on both offense and defense in different ways. Kind of tell us your game plan going into each game and how you take each snap on both sides of the ball.
I feel like we should just take each snap knowing we're going to dominate no matter who's in front of us. We just got to go give it all our effort.
Yeah, mine's just really trying to, go hard every play. So, try to take as much plays off. Try to take not as much plays off that I can. Try to be on the field as much as I can and help the team.
Yeah, I just try to let my teammates know I got their back, and I know they got my back, so I just go as hard as I can.
So what did y'all look for in each other this summer? I know some of the things that I saw on social media that I was impressed about is how much y'all were all in as far as attending practices, 7-on-7, different things like that. Where does that mindset come on why you don't take days off during the summertime?
I mean, I think it's just we all want to reach the state championship. That's our main goal. So I feel like if we all in, I mean, anything can happen. The sky's the limit for us.
Yeah, I mean, this whole summer we've been trying to build our culture with our whole team. I mean, I feel like this is our closest team we've had. Like everybody's cool with each other, so it's really just trying to build culture and know everybody has each other's backs. And
yeah, all summer we did was competed, and who's best to compete against than them? So we know we're ready.
This first game, you guys are coming in against a rematch against Brock from last year. Coming into Royce City, a neutral site game. Tell us what the feeling is for that first game and what you're looking forward to in that game against Brock.
I'm really excited about it. I mean, I've been waiting since, the last playoff game to get back to this moment. But going into that game, I feel like we can't take them for granted because last year at halftime they had us down by 7. I mean, but after that we came out and did what we were supposed to do. But I feel like we can't start slow. We got to come out and put it on them.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get out against them. Last year I was hurt, didn't get to play against them. So really just come out, dominate, and show them, what they missed last year.
Yeah, I'll say around the same thing Kari said. We can't take them for granted. We got to start fast and go ahead and get on them.
Well, that's definitely good to hear. I've already started my prep work for the stream and started looking a little bit into their players and who they have, and they've definitely got some big guys as far as their tackle spots. Akari, I think this year you probably have the best weapons in regards to people with hands that I've seen in quite a while for Pleasant Grove. How excited are you to be able to showcase your arm this year?
Oh, I'm excited, especially because we spread it out. We got athletes in space, people to make plays. We got Lance, Torian, Borley, Jackson, KJ. It's so many weapons. The defense is going to have to find a way to defend us, and I think it's going to be really hard.
And then, like Dave was just talking about, you guys switched that offense mid-season, going from that wing team to more of a spread offense. Tell us what we can expect to see the Hawks offense even grow forward this year from you guys.
Just a dynamic offense. A lot of athletes making plays. Fast, physical. Just getting after it.
Yeah, like y'all said, Kari, he has as much more weapons than he's ever had. So there's way more options. It's kind of hard to defend all of us. So if they try putting 2 on me, you got Torian, you got Borley. It's gonna be hard to defend us.
Yeah, we got a real physical team, and from the 1s to the 2s to the 3s. It's really gonna be hard to stop us. I'll say that.
Who have y'all seen that has come on for the team that maybe the Pleasant Grove fan hasn't heard of or seen yet?
I'll say KJ Reeder. He's one of my best dogs on defense. He's a amazing receiver too. He can play anything he wants. He's a dog on the field. He goes hard every play.
I got Nick Bales, number 13, running back. He a dog. You just got to come to the games and watch him and see what he can do. He a dog.
Yeah, I watched him during the scrimmage a couple of times, and I think the other team's sternums were probably not feeling well the next day because he's definitely not scared to lower that shoulder or face mask right into the center of him. So.
Sure.
And you guys we got 2 seniors here, and Lance, you're not a senior, but kind of talk to us what the senior class means to Pleasant Grove and kind of the bond that you guys have and how you're looking forward to this last ride, and kind of, Lance, how you're planning to kind of fill that shoes of this senior class too.
I'd say it's kind of a bittersweet moment. I'm just so excited that I get to have my last ride with them, but sad about it at the same time because, you don't get this back. Just take advantage of every opportunity all the time we can.
Yeah, it's a very bittersweet moment. I've been with them since 8th grade, playing out with them. So, I've been playing on varsity just as long as them. So, it's going to be hard for me. So, I'm trying to take it for granted and just soak up every moment I have with them because it's my last year with them.
Yeah, I'm excited, but it's kind of sad at the same time because, I've been playing with them since 8th grade, and I looked at them as a family and just can't see me not playing with them.
Well, I'm excited to see the success that y'all are going to have and just the camaraderie that I've been able to, see y'all develop since your 8th, 9th grade years. Mm-hmm. It's been fun as a Pleasant Grove fan to watch y'all. And so I know Texarkana Game Day has thoroughly enjoyed being able to stream your games. And, we look forward to being able to interview you throughout the season and just see how that growth and maturity and, make sure that state goal is still going to be in front of everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we'll be back here with another second with more football players. We'll be right back after this.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And we are back here at Walk-Ons. We got another group of football players here. Kind of tell us who you are and how you're feeling here tonight.
I'm Cade McFadden, feeling good. Glad to be here.
Jackson Gibson, feel good. Long day, but ready to be here. Glad to be here.
KJ Reader, I'm glad to be here.
Now, KJ, you're nearest me, so I'm going to ask you the first question. We just had Akari on, and he says, and we had Lance on, and they both said that you're a dog.
Yeah.
So what have you, and this is your first year being on the team, what have you been able to bring to this Pleasant Grove Hawk football team?
Like I'm a threat, you know what I'm saying? Like I can play both sides. I'm a slot receiver. I can play free safety, and like I'm a hard hitter. I mean, people be like, K-Mac a hard hitter, but like that's what I bring to the table too. Like I'm a hard hitter too.
Well, Jackson, tell us a little bit about that relationship you have with the head coach, and what you get out of that relationship.
Yes, sir. My dad is the head coach. I got my uncle as the offensive coordinator. My grandfather's now with us too. So I got a bunch of relationships with, family relationships with the coaches, and I feel blessed to be there with them. I'm glad that I get to spend my last season with three of my family members on the coaching staff, and I feel good going to practice every day, seeing them.
Good deal. Now, Caden, you've been one of my guys since you've been starting at PG, and it's been incredible watching your growth. And you're huge this year.
So,
what type of effort have you put in this summer to get your body and get your mind ready for this season?
I'll say just working hard, giving it all I got, and for my mind, just studying my plays and doing what I got to do to learn both sides of the ball.
Okay, Mac, I've been watching a lot of footage from last year, kind of trying to get ready for this upcoming season. And I was going through and watching a lot of your highlight tapes. And one thing that I would say every single time that I saw your highlight is that I would not want to be on the field with K-Mac when he's on defense. They hit these people so hard. Tell us your mentality kind of out there on defense and kind of how you're giving it all every play.
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'll be trying to hurt him. But my mentality, just go out there, it's football, so I can't get in trouble for hitting them. So that's basically it.
True. Jackson, your dad praises you a lot about your effort and your willingness to learn and always be a leader on the team. Kind of tell us how you filled in a leadership spot, especially being a senior this year.
Most of the time I try to set an example, kind of trying to show like the younger guys how it's supposed to be done. Also kind of want to be like almost like a symbol that like people like, KJ too, people like us can play at like schools that are playing at an elite level, and it's just like I think learning the plays and being disciplined and the younger people seeing that, I think that's a big part of the leadership role.
And then KJ, you're playing two big positions, both on offense and defense. Tell us kind of what you're looking forward to the most come Friday and showing everybody what you're worth out there.
I'm looking forward to playing a lot of defense, getting a lot of turnovers on defense, and
when coach need me on offense, I'll be there.
Well, one of the things that I've watched, KJ, whenever I've seen the last 2 scrimmages is there's times where for a second it looks like the offensive player could be open, but you are on them like that. Where do you get that burst of speed, and is that something that you sort of do on purpose to maybe let the quarterback think that they're open, but they're not? And
Yeah, I usually bait the quarterback, make it seem like I'm not guarding him, and then once the ball in the air, I just got to name for a ball, so I go get it.
Now, Jackson, one of the things that I saw that you were able to do last year is, you can definitely take a hit. What's your mentality knowing that when that ball's up in the air, there may be a time where you're going to be meeting someone right as soon as you catch the ball?
Well, I mean, if the ball's in the air and it's coming down, you're going to get hit regardless. You might as well come down with it. So, I mean, it doesn't matter where I'm at on the field or who's coming at me, a big outside linebacker. I mean, you can expect me to be tough and at least take the hit and try to represent something, but that we're doing with our culture and stuff. But I'd say yeah, I'm always gonna go for it, and I mean I'm gonna get hit either way, so I'm always trying to come down with it.
And Caden, on the offensive side, it seems like this year Bordley has slimmed down a little bit. Do y'all have a package where both of you are in the backfield at the same time? That's what I'm interested in seeing this year.
Borley actually plays receiver this year, so
okay, all right.
My backup is Nick Bells, pretty good. So I think me playing defense a lot, he'll get the ball a lot too. So
that'll be based on the scrimmages. Nick's going to be able to carry that weight pretty well.
Guys, senior year, a lot to look forward to this year. Kind of tell us what this last ride means to you guys and what that first game is going to mean to you come Brock on Friday.
Last ride, I would say, it means a lot. It's our last high school year, our last time being together as a team, as a family. So it's the first game. We just got to go out and play for each other. It'll be tough.
It means a lot to me. I mean, I grew up with all the kids that I'm playing with, and obviously I grew up with the coaches. And this next week, I mean, it's the first to the last. So try to make a mark and show people what we're here to do.
It means a lot to me too. Coming from where I came from, I didn't really get as much play time, and Coach G bringing me in, and now I'm a starter at safety on defense, and it means a lot. I'm back with K-Mac. I played with him in middle school. This is my last ride, so.
Well, Jimmy, we appreciate your time and good luck this season, and we're going to take a quick break and come back with some more football players.
Sir, thank you.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back with some more football players here at Pleasant Grove Takeover here at Walk-Ons. Guys, tell us who you are and how you're feeling tonight.
I'm Caleb Hacklin. I play offensive line, and I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm Jalen Borley. I play receiver. Excited to be here too.
I'm Cade Martin. I play offensive line as well. I'm also excited to be here.
Well, Caleb, you're coming in as a senior. What do you think your role is on that line as far as just providing leadership?
You know, one thing I've been really trying to work on is being more vocal during the offensive line. It's a whole different type of aspect as before. You're an underclassman, it's have to step up, and kind of just you're out there in the heat of it, kind of just calling out different plays, stuff like that, and make sure everybody's getting right.
Now, Jalen, Hawk fans have watched you come out of the backfield the last 3 years, and I was hopeful to maybe see you a little bit this year. We may still see you out of the backfield some, or at least that's my hope. I'm going to talk to Gibson about that. But Akari says that you're going to play a little bit more receiver this year.
Yeah.
You've lost a lot of weight since last year. I think even to the point where you had to change jerseys. So tell us about this transformation that you've had and what you're looking forward to this season.
I'll say we just been working really, like during the off season. All we've been doing, working, putting in time with the team and all that stuff. And really just this year, like we trying to go win it all. But I'm saying like without these dudes, like we won't be able to complete none of that.
Now, Cade, this year y'all are going to have an extremely experienced line, big line. What are you looking forward most to this season?
I mean, man, us as a line right now are seniors. We're all seniors except for our left tackle, but Joe, he's still there. I mean, we're such a close-knit little group, and I mean, I feel like we work so well together, and I mean, I think it's going to be a great season.
The offensive line is really the heart of the offense. I mean, they make so many great things happen for you guys. Tell us what goes into all this effort and hard work to make sure that those plays can happen for both of you guys.
I mean, it's just like when you're playing defensive line, you can make mistakes here and there. Nobody really notices it. Play still goes on. But when you're playing offensive line, it's like a whole different perspective. It's like if you don't get your blocking assignment, you're going to screw up the whole play. You're going to let down all your teammates. So I think just a big thing is like going into every play with the mentality I'm playing for people around me, not yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, it takes a lot of practice, plays and plays and plays and over and over and over again. I mean, we're working on how we're going to pass block and run block, and it's just a part of the scheme. I mean, it just takes a lot of time.
Well, Caleb, you mentioned basically doing it for the guys around you. Unfortunately, linemen don't get a lot of accolades unless there's a mistake. How do y'all go every single play knowing that even though you may pancake the guy in front of you, no one's going to see that until film, and probably just people with good football acumen are even going to recognize that. So how do y'all go every single play without taking a play off?
I don't know. I mean, if you've been playing offensive line and you're like up to your senior year, you've been playing it all the time, I think you just kind of get used to it. I mean, I don't really some people I know play for the feeling of that, I guess you could say, but I'm not really worried about that stuff, to be honest. I'm just in there to play.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it's on the film. I mean, that's all that really matters. But, I mean, you're doing your part and you're putting in the work, and coaches see that, and you know yourself. I mean, as long as you're doing your job, that's all that matters.
Jalen, one of the things that I mentioned to Akari is I don't think that he's had a better set of tools as far as athletes around him in the skilled positions. Wide receivers, H-backs, slots backs, running backs. I mean, what does that mean to you, knowing that you're one of those strengths and one of those go-to guys for Akari?
I mean, it feel good. Like, Akari the quarterback, I mean, I know Akari gonna get us right for sure. So, it's really, I don't got to worry about anything or none of that. Akari gonna get the job done for you, for real.
A rematch coming in against Brock for your first game again, neutral site game. Tell us what you're most looking forward to in that game.
I would say, as an offensive line, we're just looking to go to that game and just try to dominate it, and just try to set an example. It's like our backups, should get them to step up,
Kevin?
I mean, I agree with Caleb. I mean, we played great last year. I mean, until halftime, I mean, we weren't doing the best, but I mean, I think we're going to come out and it's just going to be explosive from the very start.
Well, one of the things that I've seen with Brock, just some of the prep work that I've done, they've got 2 tackles on their team that are some big old boys. They've eaten some groceries before. What do y'all do when y'all know that you've got some size that you're going to have to move and contain and sort of make them do what you want them to do?
I mean, it comes down to the size. They have some size. We have some size too. But then once it's at the size is over with, it's really just who's going to get in there and fight the hardest, So I think we all just go in. We don't really care about size. We just mentality.
I agree. Most of the time, I don't really think about the size of the player. I mean, I'm able to get around the offensive lineman easily. I mean, just because they're big doesn't mean they can move fast. So, I mean, I mean, that plays a lot of it. Like your speed plays a lot of it into the offensive lineman as well.
Kate, you were a big part of this baseball team this past season. Tell us kind of how baseball plays a factor here for you in football. You know, as a catcher, getting a lot of leg work in the offensive line, and aren't you also the punter as well?
I am.
So I mean, getting a lot of leg strength from that.
Yeah, I definitely think being able to flip my hips around on certain plays and stuff like that, that's with baseball and stuff, and just like the athletic standpoint of it, and I mean, it definitely helps a lot.
And then, guys, senior year, tell us what this last ride means to you guys, getting that one last season, and how you're expecting to go forward with this group.
You know, I mean, it's kind of a sad thing. You know, I've been playing with these guys since my freshman year, but I think we're just all ready to go out and kind of just show what our class is about.
For real, I was gonna say the same thing. I mean, it's our senior year, it's our last ride. I mean, we really got to show everybody like what we really about for real.
Yeah, I mean, it's ride or die this year. I mean, everybody else is leaving. I mean, we've got a great group of boys that are playing this year, and I think it's going to be a special season.
For sure.
Well, gentlemen, we're excited about what this season's going to, produce and provide from a fan standpoint, and we're definitely going to have a great time covering y'all, and wish y'all the best and all the success that comes with a strong season. Dodie, what else might you have to say?
I believe that's all. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Coach Gibson and Morgan. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at Walk-On's Pleasant Grove's Takeover. We've had a great night here with all of Hawk Nation. Saved best for last, in my opinion. Coach Gibson.
I thought you were talking about me.
Coach Gibson, tell us how you're feeling here tonight.
Man, it's good. It's good to get the regular season finally started. You know, the grind is a spring, and our kids work their tails off in off season and then have a long summer. And we've gone through 2 scrimmages, and it's been hot, and so now it's time to play games, and I think we're ready for a game. I think we're ready to go do the real thing and get our community involved with us, and I think the kids are going to really enjoy that as opposed to just going and practicing.
Coach, speaking of the heat, is it possible to hydrate for the kind of heat that they're going to play in Friday?
We preach it a bunch, and fortunately we've come up with some people who help take care of us, and some of our guys will go do IVs tomorrow and get a big time jump start on hydration, but they can't drink enough water and Gatorade, and so we preach that. We preach rest, and like you said, it's tough, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for both teams, but a little bit later start, so at least it'll be getting dark and probably just a cool 102 degrees when we get going. But we're going to hydrate them throughout the game and do some stuff before to be proactive and see where it lands.
Well, hopefully the wind is blowing in that stadium like it did last time you were there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'd feel good.
Super windy.
Well, Coach, sticking on the heat, I know one of the things that I saw whenever I attended some of your summer practices, you were already educating the young men on making sure the day before that they're making sure that they're hydrated and making sure that they had some meals planned. How important is it to educate the students, the student athletes, as well as their family and supports?
Yeah, it's huge. And one of the things that I saw that I was shocked was when we went to Arkansas with Landon on his first visit, met with the strength coach there, and they'll send kids home if they don't get proper rest. And they have an honor system, and he's like, a kid comes in and he doesn't look right. What times you get in? 1 a.m., go. And they don't even let them work out. And I'm like, that's how important rest is, because now you're working on an empty tank, and diet's part of that. Diet and rest, and kids taking care of it. So we preach it a lot, and then we try to help provide the kids with snacks. And I mean, we have tons of snacks in my office that boys and girls athletes can come get any time of the day, because they need calories, and they need the right type of calories. And then we hydrate them a lot. We've had a ton of Gatorade and water. I think a lot of people think, hey, you just drink water in it, and you got to throw some electrolytes in there at some point. And with this type of heat and that they're facing, we've probably drank hundreds of thousands of gallons of water and Gatorade. But our cross country kids, our tennis kids right now on a hot court, and football guys, they're definitely facing some tough times right now with the heat.
Coach, switching it over to X's and O's, we're going to see you out of the wing tee in the spread this year.
Yeah. And I think it's going to look different than what it even looked like in the playoffs. We were super vanilla, probably too vanilla in our first scrimmage. Opened it up and I think threw 12 of the first 14 plays in the second scrimmage and had really good success. And just added a lot of things, added sprint out packages and things to make us more dynamic. We haven't run the quarterback that much, and that's one of the best athletes in the state of Texas. So that's a big piece that's coming. But there's a lot of playmakers out there at the skill positions, and it's going to be fun trying to get the ball to all those different guys and see what they can do with it. There's been some big time flashes already, and I think it's going to be fun for our fans to watch.
Well, I know one of the things that Akari shared with us is just, and he said it with a smile when I asked him about the tools that he had around him as far as those skilled athletes. What have you done to be able to get the mentality away from that wing tee to this spread?
Yeah, I think a lot of throwing and catching and then success in 7-on-7. I mean, 6 straight years we've gone down there, but we kind of built it on things that we were going to throw in the season. So we had some of our sprint out packages in there. So the kids are familiar with those things. Kids playing in space and doing a really good job of that. And so now I think they're super comfortable. A lot of times you look at tight ends catching the football and they look awkward, and we're 4 deep at tight end with kids that can make plays and then go get yards after the catch with Lance and Jamon and Landon West. So we've got a pretty good little attack, and I think the kids are comfortable at the skill positions with what we're doing. I think right now the biggest thing Pleasant Grove needs to do is we have to become a more physical football team in the trenches, and that, to be quite honest, that has me a little bit worried. We've got time to build, but we have to be more physical. We have to be more physical up front. We've challenged our kids on it, and it's going to be cool to see if we get some good results on Friday, because we're playing a team that's gone to back-to-back state titles and had us down 7-0 last year, so it'll be a good test.
And Brock, they'll be a 4A Division II team next year.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about them. I mean, I know they had y'all down at half, but I never really felt like y'all weren't the better team or anything.
Yeah.
Just things weren't going your way early,
I think last year, we kind of started off, we were doing a couple of different things on offense. We were under center running the wing tee, in the shotgun running the wing tee, playing 2 quarterbacks in that first game, and to try to reward kids that were good athletes and playing, and it just kind of cuts up the rhythm. We're doing, under center, we're in the gun, and so I think having a true identity is going to help us this year, but then I just think there's such a good football program. We look in the mirror when we play those guys. They're tough kids. They're going to play as hard as they can, that believe in their system and believe they're going to have success, and that's why they're always going to be in every game they play.
Who are a few guys that have come in over the summer and over this period of time in the offseason that have really stood out to you and made you favor them a lot and want them to be on your field every Friday night?
Yeah, so you guys know the regular names. We have a lot of guys that have big-time talent and have Division I offers, but Torion Phillips, who was up here in the first segment, probably had one of the best summers of any kid I've been around in a while, and I think we'll see him playing Division I football. Jamon Wheeler did the same thing. went from a really good high school defensive end to he's going to be a Division I defensive end. Landon West is a kid that came in as a backup on both sides of the ball and just plays smart, plays hard, is a throwback high school football player that you want out on that field, because when he's out there, you're going to get a kid that goes full tilt and does everything right. It means a lot to him that his team means a lot to him. He's actually been awarded a Heart and Soul Award, which is kind of a captain deal for us. So I'm really proud of him. And then Cade Martin, who was up here earlier, last year we would have ranked Cade as the 5th most productive lineman, and right now on the offensive line he ranks number 1. And so proud of his growth, because he does it on the baseball field, and I think you could see him making a shift during the spring and then all summer and fall camp, just the dominating and physicality that Cade's brought to our program. And he's starting on both sides right now with Joseph Bailey out. Cade's been awesome for us, so pretty cool.
Well, I asked your son this, but what are your thoughts going into this season with it being his senior year, and you have the fortune to be able to coach your son?
Yeah, I'm lucky in that respect, because we've talked about it. Some of our other coaches have kids. You know, I get to be part of his journey while he's at school, and a lot of parents don't get that. They hope that their kid's doing a good job when they go there and representing them the right way. And I've had the opportunity to see him mature and grow, and then all those guys are, you know, those are his best friends, and they become like sons of our family and stay with us a lot. And so it's been neat to have intimate relationships with them. I think our coaching staff always does a great job. Relationships is our number 1 core value, so we're super close to our kids. But when they're in your house every day, it's different than they're just coming to coaches' parties or Bible studies at the crib. Like Cade McFadden was with us 14 to 17 days on Christmas break, and that's just because they're super, super close. And Akari and Torian are the same way. Bordley kind of grew up over there, and it's gonna be tough to see all of them leave. You know, it's gonna be really tough. And I've been in those situations before, like, how are we gonna replace this senior class? They're such special dudes, and the next group of kids, they're just as awesome, and we have relationships with those guys too. But it's gonna be tough. Like senior night, I don't know if we're gonna win that game. We're gonna be coming out of a morgue, coming out of that locker room, watching them play at Hawk Stadium the last time. It's gonna be a tough one, tough night.
Did you play Spring Hill at home your last game?
Dude, yes, we
y'all lose that one.
So you mentioned Hawk Stadium.
Holy smokes.
Tell us about the transformations that we're seeing at Hawk Stadium and what we'll be able to see come next year.
Yeah, when you pull up to our stadium, I think you're going to see one of the nicest field houses in the state of Texas. I do not think there's a school in Texas that will have a nicer training room than ours. And Stephanie Bridges and the Hawk Healers deserve that. Huge space. And then the tables and just the artistry, the aesthetics that are going to be in that place, it's going to be next level. Upstairs, to me, is the most impressive thing. The kids' lockers and the locker rooms are going to be awesome. But upstairs, there's a 3,250 square foot banquet room, and that's for our community. You know, we'll have tons of functions in there, meetings, teachers doing professional development, hosting team meals for our kids, banquets. I think it'll be used multiple times every day to get people together and share experiences together. And so I'm so fired up that we have that huge room. And then we have a team room that's going to be next level that seats 128 athletes, and a stadium seating kind of movie theater room with the video board that'll be next level, big time technology in there. And it's just huge. There's going to be a Jumbotron that you'll be able to see over the tennis courts on McKnight Road, and we're down in a bowl, and that's just how tall the facility is. So when it all comes together, I think it's something our community, our kids, everybody can take pride in, because I think they're going to be in there. I think we're going to be able to host community people that want to have meetings in there for something. It's like, come to Pleasant Grove and sit here, and if it's at night, you're going to look out over the 50-yard line with the lights on. If it's during the day, you're just going to have a great meal in a really big space to meet. And that was kind of the vision when Mr. Pirtle and I spoke about it, is bringing people together and taking care of our folks and having a facility that we can do that in. And for all of our sports, it's awesome, but band's going to be in there too, and theater and the showstoppers. They want to get their kids together, come over to this facility and use it and have some fellowship and have a blast.
Coach, it doesn't feel real that football starts tomorrow in our area. But Friday night, it's real for your team out there in Roy City against Byrd. Tell us what the mentality is for that game and what you're most looking forward to coming into that first game of the season.
Yeah, I think we're fortunate that we get to start off against the number one team in state. So we start a game, we start our season in a big-time moment, meeting somebody that has a hard time finding opponents just like we do. And I think it'll be kind of a clash of titans, and I think we're going to get their best team, their best shot, the whole 9 yards, and they're going to get that from us. I'd really encourage our community to come out, from week one. I spoke at PGYA last night and talked to a lot of those dads, and just the understanding of getting behind your community now. Excellent role models to follow in these young men. They do it right. They do it right in the classroom. They do it right in the school. This group has excelled in that aspect better than any group I've been around in 22 years. We honor 12 kids today with free lunches from Raising Cane's because their teachers are writing emails that they're bringing love and empathy to the room, and that's what we've asked them to do, but they're doing it at the next level. So get behind kids like that, and those will be your kids one day. So travel to the games, watch us, support us. Don't just show up at AT&T December 16th. Jump on every one of these and hit us for 16 weeks.
I like it. That sounds like a perfect ending to a show.
We've done it before. We can do it, right, Jay?
That's right.
Let's go. Coach, man, we appreciate it. Best of luck this season. Thanks for Hawk Nation coming out. And with that, you got any parting thoughts?
Yeah, Hawk Nation, we're thankful for you. We're fired up about this season, and come follow our kids and all our groups. We appreciate you.